Test, there we go. Well, I got to turn on just a few more lights. Very good. Huh. Well. Well, if you're like me, you're very concerned about what's happening in Israel today. I'm tired this morning, and I'll tell you why. I'm tired because I was listening to the BBC reports on the hour all during last night. I am just so disturbed by what's going on in Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza. I have many friends who live in Israel. I spent about 3 years of my life in Israel. Israel has always been part of my life from the time when I can't remember when I wasn't concerned about Israel. I love Israel. One of my best friends that I grew up with in the labor Zionist movement lives just a few miles from Gaza on Kibbutz Urim. And I know I need to be in touch with him today. I'm going to try to get in touch with him today to make sure that he's okay. But I have something called the red alert on my phone. Every time there is a rocket attack in Israel, I have a siren go off on my phone. I had to turn it off yesterday because it was constant. Every minute or so, another rocket was fired into Israel. It used to be that the rockets only could make it a few miles away. Hamas could only send rockets a few miles into Israel, to Ashkelon and Ashdod, maybe some of the southern suburbs of Tel Aviv, maybe certainly in the kibbutzim, like my friends kibbutz Urim and other places near Gaza would get hit. But rockets have made it as far as into Jerusalem. The Hamas has much more sophisticated rockets these days. I don't know if there is a military solution to what's going on between the conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. I don't know. I'm not hopeful when it comes to a military solution. It seems to me that there needs to be a negotiated settlement. If the Israelis can find someone that they can have an honest negotiation with, maybe there will be some sort of negotiated settlement is possible. In the meantime, I think we're all on edge. Those of us who have friends and loved ones in Israel, we are on edge. So what do you do in terms of mindfulness at a time like this? You know, mindfulness and meditation isn't just about feeling good, getting rid of negative or upsetting feelings. It's not that at all. Mindfulness and meditation allow us to live during a crisis, and to live with our fear and our anger and our anguish, but not to be carried away with it, but to live with it and to put it sort of there, and to observe it and to gain wisdom from it, but to sit with it, to sit with one's situation, to sit with one's feelings, not to be drawn into being brought down, but to feel whatever we're feeling deeply, but to observe those feelings, to observe them, to carry them and in a place in our hearts without being brought down. If we give in to anger, if we give in to depression, if we give in to despair, we're done. And so we can't deny all of those feelings, but we observe them. And we observe them, and we can think about them in meditation. We can see those feelings. We can observe them and say, this is why we're feeling these things. There may be a history about them. There may be some sort of perspective, some sort of wisdom that we can draw from those deep emotions. And so for the next few moments, let's try and do precisely that. Let's try and do precisely that. Meditation doesn't make all those external stressful forces in our lives go away. Meditation and mindfulness just help us to bear up with them and to deal with them wisely. Okay, find yourself in a nice, comfortable place where you are unlikely to be disturbed for the next few moments, say for the next 15 minutes or so. As the sound of the bell fades into the distance, allow your eyes to close and observe your breathing. Observe how the breath enters and exits your body without any effort on your part whatsoever. Check in with your body. Notice any area of your body that is carrying stress with it right now. Could be your knees or your stomach. It could be in your neck or your shoulders. Breathe into those areas. Hold the breath for a moment and slowly release it, allowing those areas in your body to relax. And for a while, sit in that part of your mind that observes without judgment, without analysis, without comparisons, but just observes. And some of us are very concerned about what's happening in Israel today. And we accept whatever we're feeling, and we observe those feelings without judgment, without reacting in any way to those feelings, just observing them, sitting with them. Exploring the depth and the width of those feelings and how those feelings are affecting us emotionally, physically, and mentally. In no way are we trying to suppress those feelings or to deny them in any way. We just want to observe them. Sometimes during a crisis, when you can't do anything about the situation, all you can do is to sit with the emotions. All you can do is observe without judgment. What is happening? And as we sit with whatever we're feeling, we allow a prayer to rise within us from the depths of our being, from deep within our souls. We allow a prayer for peace. Shalom Rav, a great peace. Shalom. May Israel experience peace. May Israel's military officials be brave and courageous. May Israel's political leaders lead with wisdom, with insight. We pray for peace for the children on both sides of the conflict. The death of even one human being is painful. May Israelis and Palestinians see each other as B'nai Adam, as human beings, B'Tselem Elohim. May Palestinians come to see Israelis as being created in the image of God. And may Israelis also see Palestinians as B'nai Adam, B'Tselem Elohim. new spirit of peace prevail. May a spirit of peace and tolerance prevail in Israel, on the West Bank, and in Gaza. We ask God to keep Israel strong and resolute. We pray that Israel's leaders are wise and insightful and do what is needed to be done for Israel's long-term security. Say shalom bimromav, Uya say shalom aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, bimro amen. May the one on high, the one who creates peace, a sense of wholeness, a sense of connectedness among all human beings, bring peace to all Israel and all Yoshvei Tevel and all who dwell on earth, including our adversaries. Bring peace to the hearts of Palestinians and Israelis. As the sound of the bell fades into the distance, take a deep breath, release it. Another deep breath, release it. One more. Slowly open your eyes, adjust to the light, stretch a little bit. Keeping your shoulders square, pointed forward. Allow your head to turn to the right as far as it will go, noticing everything that you can, even things behind you to the right. Look up, look down. Raise your head a little bit. Feel the stretch in your neck. Lower your head. Bring it to the center. Now turn your head to the left as far as you can, keeping your shoulders pointed forward. See whatever you can see, light, shapes, shadows, even things behind you to your left. Raise your head a little bit, feel the stretch in your neck. Down and to the center. Well, let us, in our concern for Israel and our love for Israel, stay vigilant today and pray for Israel's security, and let us be there for Israel in every way that we can. Yes, every way that we can. Jews everywhere are one family, one people, and we need to be there for each other. Well, Boker Tov, Boker Or. Remember to smile even in situations like this. Smile, and try and bring a smile to the face of at least one other person that you encounter on this day. See you soon.